Welcome to the First Court Network. This 11-minute video will save you about 20 hours in preparation time. It will allow you to shine for your clients. That's what we want, to quickly show you how to maximize all the benefits from the 2 steps of a First Court web deliberation. You may know that the first step in our process is an online trial. This is where your trial lawyers bring the arguments and the testimony hard and fast in front of 18 jurors. Here's how it was done in a recent case. The second step is a face-to-face deliberation. That's where our best jurors duke it out face-to-face, when they shine for you. This 1-2 punch gives you the efficiency of the internet and the direct interaction of real human beings, frowning and smiling and smelling and yelling at each other, the anchor of our trial-by-jury system. In Step 1, the online trial, all the jurors log onto our secure website. Usually, but not always, the jurors come from the trial venue. They listen to the most important arguments and testimony from both sides. The jurors will make notes every 2 minutes or so. You'll see them putting the case together in their own words. Next to each note, you'll see a picture, so you'll know what each juror actually looks like. After each argument and witness, we stop, and we ask specific feedback questions. The jurors answer while the main points are still fresh in their minds. 18 jurors are included in our standard package, so at the end of the online trial, you'll get 18 individual verdicts. These 18 verdicts and the detailed notes from 2 hours of listening and all the specific answers from each of the 18 jurors and the preparation process and seeing your lawyers in action, all this is extremely helpful for anyone seeking a realistic evaluation of a significant lawsuit. Happily, though, you are not limited to the online trial. You also get a whole different type of feedback as well. The day after the online trial, we take you to Step 2, the face-to-face deliberations. Here, we invite the 3 strongest pro-plaintiff jurors and the 3 strongest pro-defense jurors to come to a video conferencing room. We hand them a verdict form, and they deliberate for 2 hours. Because these 6 jurors see the case differently, our deliberations often become quite heated. Note again that our jurors do not deliberate online. They are not trying to argue and build alliances through a telephone conference call. They are not cartoon characters on your screen. They are together in the same room, in each other's faces. Your entire trial team will see real people in real time, mixing it up around a conference table, arguing about your case, just like jurors do in a public trial. This shows you what arguments really work, what don't work, and why. A web deliberation concludes when our online interactive report, including all the video and all the feedback graphs and all the juror notes, is delivered to you. We usually get this done within 3 days. That's the overview. Here are the details. When the jurors enter the online trial, the first thing we do is explain that this is an ADR procedure. They will know that their opinions matter, that their judgments will make a real difference in the lives of real people. Then we introduce the case by reading your neutral statement of basic facts. You will have a template to follow. Drafting your basic facts is a 5-minute task. You should change the names and locations in everything you say or give to our online jurors. Please create plausible names like Jensen and Hoffman and Carl Core and Eric the Red's Tavern. Avoid dorky and obviously false names like John Smith and Jane Doe and Acme. Changing names is the single best thing we can do to ensure the confidentiality of your research project. Next are the presentations. Here you lay out the arguments and evidence for both sides, just like a closing argument. Creating powerful presentations is crucial. You gotta make the jurors feel the conflict to understand the emotions driving all the clients. You have 3 different ways to make your presentations. First, you can present it live. On the day of the online trial, you go to a video conferencing center, stand before a camera, and we'll broadcast your arguments to all of the jurors in real time. If you want to go live, we'll do a dry run with you a week ahead of time. This ensures you are comfortable with the technology and that we are comfortable with your timing. Going live is by far your most dramatic option, but it does increase the cost of your research. Another option is to sit in front of a video camera and argue your case. This is simple and easy. The downside is that talking heads are boring, and showing graphics in this format can be awkward. Your third option is to use PowerPoint. That is, first, write out your arguments, getting the length and wording just right. That is the key thing. Then, find pictures to illustrate your key points and put those pictures onto PowerPoint slides. Finally, talk and click your way through the slides, recording yourself in a standard audio file that we can play back to the jurors. The effect is much like a closing argument at a trial. Your message and timing are spot on, and the slides keep your case interesting. Whichever option you choose, our standard contract includes 2 hours of time for First Court to assist you. Putting these arguments together really jazzes us. We are happy to help you with it. We have a whole library of visual assets. We can show you a lot of pictures, give you many ideas, and quickly help you bring your case alive. But before you finalize your presentations, you need to summarize for the jurors the testimony of the key witnesses. Not all the witnesses, just the most important ones. You have 3 ways to share witness testimony with the jurors. The simplest way is to list the key points you expect a witness to make at trial. During the online trial, First Court will show the summary to the jurors as we read it aloud to them. This is very efficient for you and for us. You can also show the jurors video. This is great for evaluating the demeanor or credibility or likability of a key witness, especially a party. Note that you can combine video with a bullet point listing. This gives the jurors a sense for the witness's demeanor, but also allows us to put out a lot of information in just a few minutes. If you want video of the other side but don't have it, we can help you create it. We can hire professional acting talent and help you produce some great video with real humans and real feelings. Again, the key thing is emotional appeal. You want your jurors to feel the passion the other side will bring to a public trial. You want them to feel the way a public jury is likely to feel. We typically hire the jurors for 120 minutes. 40 of those minutes will be used for feedback. That means you have 80 minutes total for arguments and witnesses. You're free to break up those 80 minutes equally or in any manner you fancy. Most lawyers know this is impossible, but then they go ahead and get it done anyway. Obviously, if you really cannot do justice to the arguments in our standard format, we can arrange to have more time with the jurors. Next, we need your office to draft 5 documents. We need a verdict form. The simpler the better. A model is available in the form section. We will need the key jury instructions. If fault is an issue in your case, you should create a 1-page fault summary. If damages are an issue, please give the jurors a 1-page damages summary. And fifth, please give us the key feedback questions you want the jurors to answer. First Court can draft these feedback questions on the fly as we listen to your argument and witnesses. But you'll be better served by thinking this through yourself ahead of time. Jotting down good feedback questions is a pretty natural thing to do as you summarize the testimony and draft your arguments. Templates for all these documents are on the Forms page. Finally, a reminder that a web deliberations budget is a very lean thing. All muscle, no fat. It does not include any amounts for First Court overtime. So in order to avoid rush charges on our end, you'll need to get all of your materials to our office at least 7 days before the online trial. In summary, web deliberations are an easy, pragmatic way for you to get a wealth of objective feedback on your important cases. You will learn a lot. Prepare to be happy.